Welcome. I'm your host, Elizabeth Durazio, right here at Valley Regional Hospital on Elm Street in Claremont. And I'm joined by one of our friends of the program, Ayeshah Al-Humaidhi. She is the Executive Director of the Upper Valley Humane Society. It's a busy fall, and there's a bunch of events that we can help get involved with to help the Humane Society and give back to our local area. Thank you for joining us, Ayeshah.
Thank you for having me.
So right away, coming up very soon, we have an event coming up on the 12th?
We do. So I have them written down because there's a lot. We're keeping really busy at UVHS. We're going to be at the Wilmot Farmers Market in Wilmot, New Hampshire, September 12th, and we're going to have some adoptable dogs and animals there, so do come and pet our cute little animals if you'd like to. We also have, on the 19th of September, we have our first annual spaghetti and meatball dinner.
Nice.
And that's going to be in the Enfield Community Building at 5 p.m. Mm-hmm. Would you like me to go on?
Please do.
On the 20th of September, we have one of our mobile adoption days at the Lebanon Pet and Aquarium Center. And again, we bring some lovely adoptable pets. So if you're considering an animal, considering adoption, that's the place to be on the 20th of September. And then we have our largest event of the year on the 14th of November. It's a ways away, but it is our largest event. It brings in the most money, so it's a very, very important event for us. And that is the Benefit Gala and Auction, which is this year going to be at the Hanover Inn.
Beautiful.
So we have a lot going on.
It's always a very fun event, and the buzz in the community is always great around that one. Now, the Humane Society always has ongoing needs. How can we help throughout the year?
Well, basically, you can help in so many different ways. When we talk about donating, you can of course donate money. We always obviously are trying to fundraise for the organization. You can donate items. So if you go onto Amazon, we always have a wish list. So that's an easy way for people to donate. You can also, sometimes we hold events at different grocery stores where you can donate items. We always need things. People kind of fall back to the food, dog food, cat food, but they don't realize that we go through lots of paper towel, toilet paper, mop heads, bleach, you know, laundry detergent, dish detergent. There's all these things that we consume just because we're taking care of so many animals on any given day. And if money or items is not something you can donate, you can always donate your time. Whether you want to volunteer at the shelter and work with the animals, or there are people who love animals but might be allergic to cats. Right. You don't have to be at the shelter. We have events, like I've mentioned, all over town, and we always need help. We always need manpower. We need people to answer phones. We need people to help us do graphic design. So a lot of people have wonderful skills that we can't afford to pay somebody for, but they can donate. Right. So there's just so many different ways that somebody can help.
And the Upper Valley Humane Society does such a wonderful job with pet placement too. One thing I always try and encourage friends and families, like, oh, I'm going to go get a dog. I'm like, please consider adoption first. Or I'm going to go get a cat. I'm like, please consider adoption first, because there's so many wonderful pets just waiting for a home.
Absolutely. It's always, I think, adopting or getting an animal is a big decision. It's always a big decision, and there's so many things to consider. But if adoption would work for you as a family, that is definitely one of the better options to come to us and look for an animal. I will say that we don't always have the right animal for you when you walk in the door, especially with dogs. So patience is also very helpful. What we do is we have people come in and fill out a match form. It just gives us some basic information, and that way when we do get the right animal through the door, we can call them and let them know. So adoption is definitely the way to go. We do have so many homeless animals that are looking for homes, but do understand that we don't always have the right animal for you at at that time.
But that's an important concept, because oftentimes we think of pets as sort of like a commodity, like a pocketbook or a car that we can buy. It's like, oh, I like this breed and I like the way it looks and it seems nice. My friend has one and we buy it, but it's not the right fit for our family.
Right.
The great thing about the Humane Society is you do find the right pet for the right personality, so chances are you're not going to have that buyer's remorse.
That is true, because we do evaluate all our animals before we put them up for adoption, so we know a lot about them. We know their history. Most of the time we know how they're going to do with children, how they're going to do with other animals. What type of home do they need? Do they need an active home? Do they need a quiet home? Do they need a backyard? Will they be okay in an apartment? There's all this information that we have that we've figured out about the animal, so that we can really try to match you. Yes, it might be easier to just go into a pet store or make a call to a breeder and just take an animal home, but you won't necessarily get that support system that we provide. So we provide the support system. We are able to answer questions over the phone. If things are not going as well as one had hoped. But the goal is by being able to actually match the animal to the home, that we increase our success rate. And it's so important to us that everybody's successful. It's not just about the right dog, but also, or the right cat, but also that the people are successful, that they really do have a new member of their family.
Well, I want to thank you, Ayeshah, and I want to thank you for all the work you do at the Upper Valley Humane Society. And whatever way you can give of your time or talents is more than welcome. And if you're looking for the right pet member of your family, make sure you check them out.